Welcome everybody to Tech Talk. I'm your host Nadirah Nazeer. My guest today is Karim Mirshahi. He's the owner and founder of Waterfront Magazine. The magazine appeals to the unique lifestyle and interests of affluent, cosmopolitan, and upscale Toronto. The Waterfront Magazine provides informed views and current opinion on local issues and events in the community, reaching over 100,000 readers and celebrated 15th anniversary this year. Here are some various hats Karim Mirshahi wears. Past president of the Central Waterfront Neighborhood Association, founder of the Waterfront Eco-Living Foundation. It is a nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving the world rivers, beaches, waterfront, lakes, and ocean through education and motivation. Host of the annual Waterfront Awards celebrating the achievement of outstanding women in the Greater Toronto Area, and his latest initiative is Film for Peace. One of the local issues and initiatives we will discuss today is youth gun violence in Toronto. Toronto has witnessed a fluctuation in gun-related crimes since the 90s. There has been 308 shootings in the city of gun violence, 278 injuries, and 30 deaths. When we look at the total number of firearms injury, we were astounded that one child or youth a day in Ontario is injured by the firearm. That is an 11% increase over the same period in 2017. Karim, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure having you today.
Thank you. Pleasure is mine.
Thank you. I am really impressed for the fact that you're taking an initiative with this really ongoing issues that we have. Just yesterday in the news, there was another shooting in Yorkdale.
Yes, I heard that.
And I think your initiative of what you want to do is extremely important to what's going on in the city today, Film for Peace. Tell us a little bit more about this initiative.
So Film for Peace, the idea came from a brainstorming we had to come up with an idea to address the violence in Toronto, the escalation of violence in Toronto. So we usually do event during TIFF, Toronto International Film Festival. This would be our 5th year that we're doing an event. The event is actually going to be on, during the TIFF on September the 13th. So, we come up with this concept, Film for Peace, and this is more of a grassroots approach on coming up with a solution. And the idea is to create a contest, mostly addressing the youth, targeting the youth, to produce 3 minutes to 10 minutes short film to come up with the problems that they see in the community, and they can offer some solution to those problems.
So what are you hoping to get out of this?
As I said, this what we're hoping to come up, instead of have a top-down approach, to have a grassroots approach. So get everybody involved, engaged in coming up with the solution and how we can make our community better, safer, and less violence. And that's what we are aiming to do. And obviously, we are asking for people to submit their shorts. There will be prizes. And we're going to be featuring the winners into various film festivals throughout the year. So this is not the one time. It's going to be ongoing throughout the year.
And I think that's really good, because what you're doing is that getting the people that are most affected by it. I believe it's only the GTA area.
Well, GTA, yeah, for now, yeah.
Yes. Getting engaged, starting conversation, getting the creativity for a solutions. Is that something then you guys will review and maybe take up the chain?
What do you mean by that?
From, like, for example, I know there's a police force task that's been put together to try to kind of figure out how to reduce those gun violence.
Yes.
Are you guys going to be using a lot of that information, that creative solutions from those youth, to kind of work it up the chain to the police?
Yes, it will be available to the police, whoever, and it's available to public. And we're going to invite, not only we inviting the public to come up with the submission, we also have an online voting system. So, people can go in and vote on the best film. So everybody's going to be involved now. It would be, and any organizations, they can use this to further their efforts in terms of what they can take from it to improve their what they're doing.
Okay, so this is a contest. When does that start?
Well, so the event, we're doing an event, is our normal event, TIFF, Waterfront Magazine TIFF event. It's going to be on March 13th at Westin Harbor Castle Hotel. So we're going to be doing a press conference and announcing this initiative. And that the press conference, we're going to be inviting everyone to participate.
And for the viewers at home that are listening to this, how do they get engaged? Where can they go to get the information about how to submit their film?
Okay, everything's going to be available on the website, filmforpeace.org.
Okay, and they'll be able to upload it with that information. And how long, what is that due date that they need to submit it by?
Okay, so again, everything's going to be, all the details going to be available at the press conference.
Okay.
And this is going to be an ongoing effort. So people can submit on an ongoing basis. And it's going to be leading to 2019 film festivals. So the winner is going to be presented at different, as I said, different film festivals in Toronto.
Okay. I think that is wonderful for our viewers. It's great to get the community to engage, especially the youth to engage. I take it there's no age limit?
No, there's, as I said, we are actually, mostly want to direct this toward the youth.
Okay.
So the people, the high school, the universities, colleges, we want them to be more proactive about this.
Okay, and I'm sure what everybody also wants to know is what is the prizes?
Yes, there will be some cash prizes. There will we are actually discussing with some colleges for scholarships, and we are discussing with some corporations for other prizes. So it is an ongoing effort right now.
And I like the fact that the initiative that they put will also give them a platform, a voice.
Yes.
To have a solution, because today nobody's listening to them.
Yeah.
Nobody's asking them, hey, tell me what we should be doing. It's always coming from top down. So very appreciative of that, grassroots initiative,
Yeah.
where you're actually listening to those youth and say, hey, tell me what you think the issue is. We know what the issues are also. But from your perspective, what's creating this influx in gun violence and how to mitigate that and how to reduce that, right? And is that something continuous? You mentioned earlier, is that something continuous you're going to do year over year, or is that just a one-time thing for a year?
No, this is, as I said, this is not a one-time thing. This is ongoing efforts. So we accept submission on an ongoing basis, and there will be a one big event in 2019 where we're probably going to be. So yeah, this is going to be an ongoing effort. So although there will be one big event will be organized in 2019 to present all the winners at that big event, but the winners also, as I mentioned to you, is going to be featured in various different film festivals throughout the year.
Excellent, excellent. So Karim, let me ask you this. What is your personal view of what's happening out there in the city?
What's the personal view? I think that the city is just growing, and this is all what comes with the bigger the city gets. Toronto is becoming now the third largest city, I heard, in North America, in terms of past Chicago. So the bigger we get, all this issue will be coming up. So we have to deal with it, and we can never basically eliminate violence, but we can try to see how we can improve it.
Do you feel maybe there's a growth in gang violence? Because a lot of them seem also to be targeted. I don't think there's a lot of random. Clearly there is some random. When you look at the stories, when you look back in the news of what caused it, a lot of them are gang related.
True. There's various, and that's something we're going to be elaborating, and it would be we're going to be putting on the website the causes of the violence. It's mental health is big problem when it comes to violence, as we noticed a few past events on Yonge Street, on Danforth. These was due to mental health, and then gang violence obviously is a big factor in this. So there's various reasons for violence, and we have to look at all those angles.
I think I have an idea for your next film. It should be about mental health because I don't believe the society is talking enough about it. I know Belle has something about Let's Talk, which is fantastic, but I think more people need to be aware of the serious issues of mental health because that's what's also creating a lot of that violence and issues.
Yeah, I mean, then definitely mental health is one of the biggest problems. Yeah, and that's we need to address it even more.
So food for thoughts for you for the next film assignment, maybe for next year.
Yes.
So for our viewers out there, so we will have at the end of the show tell you where you can go to get more information regarding Film for Peace, how to enter, and also more information regarding the press conference that's coming up on September the 13th. So we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
Knowledge, integrity, experience, and service. These are really the elements you are looking for in a good financial professional. Whether it is life and critical insurance to protect your family and business, retirement savings to live comfortably, education savings to educate your children, group health benefits to safeguard your employees, or travel and super visa insurance for your friends and family. That's what Zaid Syed of Arouge Financial brings to your table. Call him at 905-624-0008 or visit ArougeFinancial.com.
Welcome back. We are here today with Karim Mirshahi, publisher of Waterfront Magazine. And we have this great magazine here, Prince Harry on the front cover. Awesome. So tell us a little bit more about your magazine.
Yeah, Waterfront Magazine. It's our 15-year anniversary. And we started the magazine in 2003. Actually, I was the president of the Waterfront Neighborhood Association, and that's where the idea started. I was going to put together a newsletter for the community, and one thing led to another, and we start publishing a magazine. That's how it started, and here we are, 15 years later.
Oh wow! So how often do you put a magazine out?
So we, on the print side, we do. We used to do quarterly. Now we're doing only 2 prints a year. But we have a huge online and social media presence as well.
Excellent. So what are the contents? I was looking at that, really like the picture, by the way, of this one.
Yeah.
So what are the various contents that you have in the magazine?
It's a lifestyle magazine, and we cover arts and entertainment, we cover design, various topics around fashion, real estate, and so on. It's a lifestyle magazine, and we have a big section on environment.
Okay.
We have people like David Suzuki's is contributors to the magazine on that section, environmental section. So yeah.
So that's the Eco Living Foundation that you have. So
well,
that was founded when?
No, the Eco Living, we've been covering, we're doing articles around environment since we started it.
Okay.
So in 2008, actually, we a group of 6 members of Waterfront Magazine they were selected among 200 people all across from Canada to be trained by Al Gore and David Suzuki in Montreal for climate change project. So so since then we've been covering a lot of articles around environment. So this year actually we decided to create a foundation called Waterfront Eco Living Foundation, which will be addressing the issues around environment, and
which is a big growing issues,
yes.
Right? And how are you communicating your message? Is that through the magazine or is that through online for Eco Living?
Both.
Okay.
Both. And we will be also doing some big events around that as well. We sort of going to officially launch that this November. So we've been doing some. If you look in the magazine, there's a write-up about the foundations, and we're going to be inviting other people to join us.
So you say there's going to be a lot of awareness regarding eco-living. So what is the call for actions for individuals? So what are you hoping to put out there that individuals can follow and can do?
Well, it's everything start from yourself. Like you try to be aware, and that's what it's all about. Education and then lead to an action. So we're going to get people get involved, communities get involved, and we go from there.
So let me ask you this. So your magazine is mostly distributed within the GTA area. You
Yes.
have 100,000 subscribers, and I believe you also distribute that from the Globe and Mail. For those people that lives near the lake, so would there be specific call to actions with those individuals, since they're your reader, you want them to be actively doing certain things that's going to be coming out from eco-living?
Well, yeah, I mean, just be aware of what's going on around you. It's like we have, I mean, there's so much pollution in waters, all waters around the world. Just look at, they say that there's going to be more plastic in the ocean than fish pretty soon. So this is the direction we're going. And what's happening in the ocean, it starts from the rivers, and where the rivers come from. All this stuff goes into the ocean, and all the oceans getting polluted. So we have to address this from the source, and all the major cities are built on the waterfronts. So and that's where we're starting. We're cleaning up the waterfronts and trying to address all the problems, and try to start from there.
So I think it all starts from home.
Yes.
It all starts from home, from what you're buying. Do you think at some point we're going to ban all these water bottles? We're going to find more recyclable water bottles and get people to encourage them to use their own water bottles?
I think that would be a great idea, because obviously plastics is a major problem. So we have to figure out solution to that, because there are some images or some films about some areas of the ocean is just like there's an island of garbage, plastic. It's just floating. So so definitely we got to stop it, because we can't continue at the same rate, and it's just going to take over. The plastic going to be everywhere.
So I got an idea that I'm going to share with the viewers and you. I think everybody should carry their own water bottle, right? Recyclable, or their own. Mm-hmm. And have water fountains almost everywhere.
That's one
right?
One
because
solution.
then you can fill up. You can use your own water bottle,
yes,
instead of having to go to the convenience store and buy another water. So maybe working with the city and say, hey, can we have more fountains around the city everywhere?
That's a good idea. That's a great idea. So I think again, there are many solutions. I'm not saying that I have all the solution. I don't. But the thing is, once we engage the community, again, we're going to come up with solutions. And our own small communities in Toronto, or the world community, and come up with the solutions.
And a little kind of call to actions to our viewers. If you guys have an amazing ideas of how we can help eco-living that is being run by Karim here, please send us an email, or just send us a message via Facebook and give us your idea and tell us what we can do. And I think this is going to be great to get everybody engaged in that conversations, because this is not a problem that's going to go away anytime soon.
No.
This is a problem that needs to be addressed, and we actually have to do something, because I think there's a lot of talking and discussions, conversations, but not a whole lot of actions.
It's true. I mean, that's we got to come up with some action plans.
And I know you come up with the magazine twice, which is great. And I think this is recyclable paper, which is fantastic. And maybe there's some stuff in there that maybe a section that is much more educational, mm-hmm, for the viewers about, hey, this is how you can recycle. This is what you can do at home. I think there's a lot of great articles for lifestyle, yeah, which is fantastic. And as you continue with your initiative, to have dedicated chapters.
As we do. We have been doing that in the magazine since the beginning. As I said, we have a section on environment, and we have writing all about what we can do to help.
Excellent. Perfect. Perfect. Anything you'd like to tell our viewer here about eco-living and how they can engage?
Again, I invite you to go to waterfrontecoliving.com, and you can see a lot more information there.
All right, exciting. So more to come on that, folks. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Greenish Hair, Skin and Nails formula is packed with all the essential nutrients like biotin, omega-3, vitamins, and minerals to provide your hair, skin, and nails the nourishment that it needs. Like all other greenish vitamins and supplements, the hair, skin, and nails formula is gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, and non-GMO. It is also halal, kosher, and veggie certified. So make Greenish Hair, Skin, and Nails formula a part of your daily healthcare routine.
Welcome back, everybody. We are with Karim, and I must say I've attended a great awards this year at the Globe and Mail. It was Waterfront Awards celebrating outstanding women. Karim, I think that was fabulous. It was an amazing event. There was some really powerful women out there that you were celebrating them for all their accomplishment and work that they have done. What was the idea behind it? Why did you guys decide to say, you know what? It's time we continue celebrating women. It's time that we actually have a formal event for it. What was the idea behind it?
Well, actually, we have been doing a few events on International Women's Day in the past, in 2016 and 17. So this year, 2018, we decided to create an award to empower women, and that's where the idea came up. And since it was our 15-year anniversary, we come up with 15 categories for the awards, which includes art, music, film, science, philanthropy, community activism, and so on. And we just decided to go for it. And we had an event on April 27th, 2018. We had great support. We had over 150 women were nominated. We had 15 winners by jury, and 15 winners by online voting from People's Choice Award. So it was a great event. We loved it. It was a sold-out event. We loved it. And actually we are also supporting the charity called Center for Abuse Awareness, and part of the proceeds from the event went to Center for Abuse Awareness as well.
I definitely want to talk to you about the proceeds going to the women's shelter, because that's something near and dear to my heart. Before we get to that, I want our viewers to know what does the nomination process look like?
It's very simple. We ask anybody to nominate someone they think they fit into any of these 15 categories. They think they deserve to be awarded. So it's open to everyone to nominate anybody they like. So that's as easy as that.
So your next event is 2019 in April. So when does the nomination opens up?
We're actually going to start opening up in September, and this time it's going to be much earlier. For next year it's going to be opening up much earlier. 2018 actually we had only like 1 or 2 months, and it was we had a great support. And this year I think it's going to be even bigger.
Absolutely, and I was at the first one. Like I said earlier, it was really a great event, well put together, and you can feel the power in the room with all these amazing individuals. So I want to talk to you about the proceeds. You say it goes to the women's shelter.
So yeah, we had silent auctions, and we had all the proceeds from silent auctions it's not a women's shelter, it's an organization which is a 25 years old organization. It's called Center for Abuse Awareness. They help over 100,000 women and abused women and children every year. It's a national organization. So this was actually my second year supporting that organization, and we're going to continue doing that.
Excellent. And for myself, I think we were talking about it earlier as well too. I do a lot of volunteering with the women's shelter, with the local women's shelter in Halton region. Right. And I think all of that is great, because it's all about helping and empowering women and assisting them in transitioning to the next chapter.
Yes.
Right? And can we see more of those different kind of awards from you in the future? For maybe young girls, empowering young women as well too? Well,
again, Waterfront Awards has no age limits.
Oh,
so
okay.
We had all ages, women of all ages, although it was over 19, I should say. And but we'll see. We're just going to try to do best as what we do right now and see what comes in the future.
And the proceeds, I'm assuming next year will also go to the Center for Abuse.
Yes, part of proceeds is going to go to Center for Abuse Awareness. We continue with the same organization. We believe that in that organization, they're doing a great job, so we're going to continue supporting them.
Excellent, excellent. And for our viewers out there, what we're going to do is that at the end of the show, we'll share with you the webpage, and I'm assuming here it's just Waterfront Magazine for everything that we're talking about. They can
Actually,
see a
no,
link.
Waterfront Awards it's got its own website, waterfrontawards.ca.
Okay.
And people can go there. They can get some more information.
Okay. So we will be putting that at the end, so that you guys can go to the Waterfront Awards webpage and you can see the nomination. Looks like it's going to be open in September, and you can nominate all these fabulous women that you guys know, and you know that's been working really hard and absolutely deserve to be recognized. So Karim, one of the things that I didn't mention about all your accolades, I know you wear so many different hats, and I don't even know how you do it all in one day. So really, I know you're walking around with 2 phones. So that maybe there's a third phone, who knows? So one of the things that we talk about was about the business, professional business network. So tell us about this initiative and the objective of BPM. BPN, I believe.
PBN, yes.
PBN.
Professional
PBN.
Business Network.
Here we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, PBN started in 2001. And it started by me gathering a bunch of my friends together and suggesting we should meet on a regular basis, and so we can help each other. These are mostly people, professionals, lawyers, accountants, so on, and business owners. So we're gonna it's more like a networking events, and so we started in 2001, and our first event was 20 people attended, and but now we have events attending 400 or 500 people. So anytime we call for an event, we get 400 or 500 people. Yet, hence our success with a lot of our other events, like Waterfront Awards events, because we have a huge database that we have compliments of PBN, and also with the magazine, we have a huge database. So we can do a lot of different events. We do speaker events, we do fundraising events, obviously, and so on.
So you started with 20 members. Are these are these membership, or anybody joins?
No, it started very casually.
Okay.
It was not actually membership. We do have some members, but the events is open to anyone to come attend. And there were some events are free, some events are paid events. So we were doing a lot of networking events. We used to do monthly business professional and business networking events. Hence the name PBN. And but now we don't do monthly. We do specialized events. We do some networking events as well.
So for our viewers out there, the professional viewers that are listening to us in the GTA area, how do they? Can anybody join the events? Just attend RSVP and then attend?
Yes, we have a site called mypbn.com.
Okay.
And we announced upcoming events. And we had one event which revolves around real estate, finance, and investments, and which happened in July. And we're going to do another one in October, and we do 2 October and November. That's mostly event focusing with some speakers around for investors who are interested in real estate, investment, and finance. So there's the 2 upcoming in November, October and November.
Okay, so anybody can go to your website, take a look at what's happening, and then RSVP and join those.
Yes, so they can come to any of our free events, or there's paid events. They can purchase tickets, come to the paid events. However, they can, if they want to be actually a member, there's some membership benefits as well. If they want to be actual members, they can also contact us.
So what are the benefits as members? I'm sure people would want to know that.
Well, the thing is, as I explained to you, we help our members to connect them to other members. So it's basically we kind of our team help them to connect.
Okay.
So within our memberships, and that's the main benefit of membership, to be able to connect it to other people.
So anybody who's joining it's probably worthwhile if they're looking at making great business contacts.
Yes.
So that's a great return on that investment.
It's all about contacts.
I know, it's all about the connection, Karim. You know it, and look at the empire you were able to build with starting with a magazine, and now you're branching out to so many different levels. And the only way to do that is really connecting from different individuals and helping each other. And I'm a firm believer that there's enough room for everybody to be successful. We can all work together, collaborate together to elevate each other.
Yeah, it's, I believe the same. I can only get better by elevating people around me, and that's my goal is. If I help people around me, I know eventually I'm helping myself.
And I'm telling, and the viewers, this is spoken by a truly successful person, and this is the mentality to have. As a successful person, you have to elevate others, and that's the truly sure way of becoming successful. Karim, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate your time today.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to tell our viewers of any other projects?
Well, I look forward to see you too as one of our next events, especially once you come to our the events on September 13th. Film for Peace. It's a free event by invites only, so please go in and RSVP and come to our event.
Excellent. So a lot more details at the end of this. We're going to give you all the information about the website, every website that we've talked about. So you will have that at the end. So you'll be able to communicate and contact Karim or get involved for Film for Peace, do entries, or nominate a great woman for the upcoming awards in April of 2019, or eco-living for your great ideas about how we can help the environment. And also for the last one, if you want to be part of the PBN, you can actually join, great benefit, or you can attend an event. So I want to also take this moment to thank our viewer for joining us today. And a special thank you to my fashion stylist, Susie Tomasi at SusieQJewels.com. Appreciate all the wonderful support you've given us. And goodbye, everybody, until next time.